Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ghostsmith Gaming with me, Christopher, and welcome to Surviving the Aftermath and a brand new series. So yeah, I did a video on this game a little while ago, just a one-off, showing off the sort of beginnings of the game, and I felt already then that I did want to make a series out of this, so we are going to start that one right now. I have played a little bit, but not terribly much at all. I started a new settlement after I did that video, but I really didn't play long because, you know, I felt that I wanted to make it into a series. That is what I have labeled this a first playthrough. So that's the explanation for that. And yeah, I'm excited for this, because this is a, I sort of malaligned it a little bit when I did my one-off and said that it was basically like End Zone because of the radiation and stuff, but no, this game actually does things sufficiently different to say that there's really not a whole lot similar between the games other than the fact that they are survival city games, and of course Banished likes. So yeah, for those of you who don't know what Surviving the Aftermath is, it is indeed a Banished like and a city survival game. So we're gonna see exactly what we will be doing when we get in the game, but for now let's actually make the setup and see what we are gonna be sort of facing in terms of difficulty setting. So this is a normal game, we're not doing any scenarios or anything like that, and kind of like Surviving Mars, we are sort of gonna be choosing our own adventure, if you would. We have a difficulty setting at top, and we choose sort of different difficulty levels, and we get a percentage. So I've been fiddling around a little bit with this, because I kind of want to go for as close to 100% as possible. When I did my one-off, I went with the number 2 option for everything but disasters, and basically today we're gonna start a series that are gonna be just one step up. So for the sort of overall challenge, we're gonna go for difficult, never-ending hardships, and ongoing apocalypse. And yeah, we're not gonna go for all the way down here, but this is gonna be absolutely fine. As for catastrophes, while I'm okay with catastrophes, I think I might have mentioned this in my one-off. Generally speaking, in CD creator, what? Hey, what's the word? Basically, city games. When you have disasters, they're usually not the most fun kind. Like, if I ever play City Skylines, I would never ever have disasters on, because you can't do anything about it. If a meteor strikes, then a meteor strikes, and you're just left with dealing with the aftermath. And yeah, I don't really care so much for that. However, in catastrophes, in Surviving the Aftermath, catastrophes work a little bit different, because they are basically just events that happen, and you can absolutely prepare for them. You know beforehand what's going to come, and you get a little bit of information about what you can do. And as far as I know, there are at least 3 different kinds, which is drought, a cold period, as well as a radioactive period, and you sort of have to adjust accordingly. So I'm okay with having this a little bit higher up. I don't want to get frequent catastrophes though, so I'm just going to go for common. As for the environment, we can go very fertile into basically none. And I don't want to go for land is dead, but I'm going to go for a barren wasteland, so that's okay. And as for survivors, we can go with abundant resources and plenty of survivors to basically insufficient and almost none. We're going to go again for the 3rd option. So that's going to give us to a difficulty of 95. I think that is the closest I can get to 100 without going over. And that is going to be absolutely fine, because this is, after all, my first proper playthrough of the game. And we can go for some ideology, and I think I went for progress in technology in my one-off, but on this occasion I'm going to go for survival skills. It feels reasonable to have a little bit of a focus on survival and efficiency, just making sure that we can have a settlement that doesn't go under just because we don't have the goods and the food and the stuff like that. So I think the survival skills is going to be a-okay. As for specialists, I've been looking around a little bit at all these. There are a lot of them to choose from, but I might be going now for the same that I went for in my one-off, which is Stella and Nadia. I think that they are fine. Specialist with 250 SP. She has okay recovery, a little bit more attack, I believe. If you look at a different... Actually, you have a little bit more attack, that is true. but you have a little more HP, so I'm just okay with that. So, and Nadia is a scavenger, which we are going to use to get stuff, and you have indeed a little bit more attack than, let's say, Platy over here, which has a little bit less attack. You have a lot of research, but you're a scavenger. I'm not going to be using you for research. So that is why I've decided to go with these two. We will unlock more as time progresses. This is the only time, however, I believe we can sort of liberally select who we want, but I'm okay with these two. Again, I don't know that it matters a whole lot, so I kind of like these two. That's just the way it is. So, moving on, we have to make our banner. We're gonna go for a sort of orangey type. I kind of like orangey. There are a couple of graphics here. I've been looking a little bit at this as well, and I think that going for the sort of tool one feels appropriate. We're going to be tooling it up eventually, yes. And as for the last thing, a name for the colony. You already know it. It's going to be Ghostville. And there we go. And I've been thinking a bit about the motto, and I'm going to go for something a little bit cryptic and say, of shadows past. Oop, can't type. Of shadows past. Yeah, I kind of like that. I'm trying to tie it into, you know, Ghost. It's not the best, but it'll have to do. So, there we go. We have the setup. It's time to get in, and I'm excited for this. This is going to be fun, and hopefully my settlement isn't going to go under. We can press continue. Here we go. So, indeed, there's the summary. And with that, I think we are good to go. Yes, indeed. So let's make it into the game and see what we've got. And here's our first little settler guy. And what do we have? Well, it's not terrible. I do like starting with some water. And we do have water. Ah, I can, you know, pause. We don't have to have time ticking along just now. So a bit of water here. And mountains. I don't know if it matters if we have sort of mountains to the side. I don't think so. But I kind of like the sort of slightly narrow approach here to what is going to be a gate going forward. A little bit annoyed at having some pollution right in the middle here, because what I tend to want to do is actually have this road sort of continue forward. So that is going to be slap dab in the way. That's a bit annoying. So yeah, we are going to have to think a little bit about how to set up everything. You know, I kind of like the fact that we have a lot of lakes. Presumably we're gonna be able to fish in them. If nothing else, pick up water. That's actually pretty damn good. Alrighty then, Mr. Settler here.
The world is in ruins. Things once considered mundane are hard to find, and habitable land is no exception. A settler has finally found a spot for a new colony. With a place to call home, it is time for a new beginning. Welcome to the aftermath, survivor.
Alrighty then. So we need to build the very basic thing, which is the campsite. So as I said, I like to make sure that the road sort of continues forward. And of course it's a bit sort of lopsided. If you look at the arrows, you have this sort of a little line there that now goes through the arrows. Over here, that's not the case, really. So it's a bit annoying. Yeah, it's a bit. Yeah, you can see the sort of it cuts through the tile here, but it's actually right slap dab on the side of the road here. So that's a bit annoying. Anyway, we will have it on the side, I believe, and I want to have it. So the way that I like to play this, let's have a bit of a look at what we've got. We've got some woods here. So that's going to be some nice production. We can probably have some production going out here. Or do I want housing to be sort of close by to here? I mean, housing is good to have over here, where there is basically not going to be much in terms of forests and etc. We can, of course, right now only settle in here. let's go over here, I think. So if I were to have a road sort of coming here-ish, that means that, yeah, I kind of want to go as close by to this here toxic waste. So I want the road to, well, I want the road to go from there. So let's go up here. We need to leave a little bit of space there. So there we go. And you can just go over there. Is that already done? No. We have to actually build it. There we go. But that goes fast, and now we're basically up and running.
There are survivors waiting for a signal from the settler. They are cold and hungry, yet willing to work, should the colony take care of them in return. They can be invited in right away or later, in case the settlement needs more time to prepare.
Now, I don't exactly understand what the cause for being for having to prepare more is, so I'm just gonna shoot the flare. And maybe I should unpause as well. There we go. So, we are now getting the inhabitants.
Your first colonists have arrived.
Beautiful.
Prompted by the signal flare, the rest of the group arrives at the prepared campsite. Despite all the hardship ahead, it's time to rebuild and turn this hostile place into a home.
Awesome.
We've reached a milestone.
And that's beautiful, because now we also get our specialists. So, with our specialists, they are just gonna go straight out into the world, but we can't, because we need to build the gate. In order to build the gate, we are gonna need a whole bunch of stuff. We can, of course, do it immediately, I think. No, we actually don't have the wood, so there you go. We can't actually do that just yet, but what we can do with you is we can make sure that you pick up stuff. Now, you are good for picking up, like, larger things, but ooh, no, I do have one here, wooden ruins. So you two, go ahead and deal with that. We have to build some stuff for the regular things, so that's okay. And at this point, I'm just gonna have to try and remember what it is that we should do. I do get some stuff for free, so I get a water collector for free. Now that is very useful. So we're obviously gonna have it here. And the efficiency is based on basically how many of those little water droplets tiles we can have. I want to place it as far right as possible while still having 100% efficiency. I thought I could go... there's 100. Yes, sure, etc. I think that was the close... But yeah, I can actually build it there. So actually the... furthest, rather the furthest right I can actually make it is also efficiency 100. So there we go. We are going to start placing roads, and I'm actually going to do this, the thing that I mentioned. So this road is going to go all the way up here, and as I said, it's going to be a little bit annoying. Oh, actually, do you... Oh yeah, you're supposed to be there as well. So the idea here is that we are going to have this... fairly decent sized road coming up through our settlement. So let's draw it up here. That is gonna be perfect. There you go. It looks okay based on the road. And from here we're gonna make some wider roads going left and right as well. So yeah, I'm thinking... Well, I said I was going to place some housing here, but no. That is a bad spot for housing. Maybe I should do housing over here then. Or actually, you know what? I could have housing right here, now that I think about it, yes. So water, just come in here. So we have a couple of things for free. We have also 2 tents. That is also, as I said, for free. So how do I want to build this? I mean, here's the problem, because this area is good for... This area is good for forest, but I actually have quite a lot of forests. Or wooden areas. No, actually wooden. Yeah, the area is very, very wooden. Right, no, but here's the thing. Yes, let's do this. Now, I would like to sort of think a little bit about what I want to do. Let's have a bit of a look at like the medical tent. Yeah, a lot of stuff can just fit here. Let's do this. I do want to make things look good as well. So we'll do it with 1 space between here, so we can have a road if we want to. Then I want 1 with, 2 with, 3 with. Yes, let's do it here. I will do the other one oppose, or adjacent, not opposed, on the opposite side. And we'll do it like that. So we have those two. Let's place all the free stuff. The stockpile is good for catching wood, but we also can sort of destroy these once we're done with them. They also don't care super much about placement, so to speak. Rather, they don't have any sort of road access thing. And the food storage, well, you guessed it, that's for collecting food, of which we have limited amounts, gotta be honest, but we have those there. So those are the free things. We are gonna want more things, of course. Kind of want you to be cancel. Where do we? Can I not prioritize? I was 100% sure that I could prioritize. Okay, never mind. I think we're fairly good with that. Oh, right, we don't have to prioritize because it gets done immediately. And the difference between this game and Endzone, I'm gonna probably compare a bit with Endzone, at least when it comes to how the settlement works. There are obviously a lot of differences between the games other than that. But the way that this game works is that you don't assign like a lot of workers to it. You actually only assign 1 person to it. So that's something to know. And food storages and stockpiles, then they don't have anyone connected to them. People just do it if they are available. And you're supposed to pick up food, so you have 2 bushes over here. You have a lot of stuff, actually, so we can make sure that you get all of that. There we go. And really, what we want to focus on is getting the gate, because we kind of want to get into research. We're going to have a bit of a talk about research later. There's a lot. Like, the trees are pretty damn big. That's just the food tree. Now we get to resources. There's a whole bunch of stuff to get through. And yeah. We are going to want our characters to get out as soon as possible. Now, before we continue, I think I want to try and set up some regular stuff. Like we have the lumber yard, we have the logging camp, and then for the forester we actually do need a gate. So let's wait a bit with that. We also have the recycler. That's quite useful as well, because yeah, we do need. I don't think we haven't used any resources just yet, but for the gate we need 175 plastic, so we are gonna have to want to build some of that. So yes. Good thing I remember that. We are going to want you. You can be on the other side of this bloody toxic thing. We are going to have to sort of deal with this toxic thing for quite some time, because we are not close to actually fixing that. Now, as I am... Oh, that is not how you do that. As I am building very close by to this toxic thing, I think it's a good thing for me to quite early on also get a medical tent out. And I kind of want that to be, because you are this, you are a little bit larger, but you are, yes, you are the same width, but you are a bit larger, so you would actually not fit there, so that's fine. We can fit you in the same place as you, so that would be there. Yes, so you can come over here. So there's a tent. We also need to make sure that we have an outhouse. Outhouse is just really good for making sure that we keep our settlers what am I saying? Clean, basically. So let's do an outhouse right next by to that one. We also kind of want a burial pit or a burner. Right, with the burner we need firewood. Yes, burial pit, blah blah blah. This infernal rest causes pollution, and 15 slots. Simple heater. No. That's, I was about to say that those are that you burn bodies here. No. We don't burn bodies. We can wait with the burial pit for now. I think we are largely fine. We are obviously gonna want some tents as well. You know what? Let's actually build up our tent situation here. So that is going to be the next bite to that. I wonder if is it 4 tents that is sort of the limit? Not the limit, but the the number that we need. I'm not entirely sure. Right. I wonder what will they prioritize. I do wonder. Not entirely sure, but people will be building. Yeah, it's actually quite good that you're doing the medical tent. It's just nice to have it in case something happens. So there we go. We have, I was about to say, I do say that now we have the medical tent, so we have a worker in there as well. She doesn't have to be here unless she actually has someone to attend to, so as you saw, she was actually, I think at least. Now you are putting around here. Okay, fine, maybe you are then. Huh, I thought that they actually didn't do it that way, but okay, fine. I know that we are lacking resources for some building. That's absolutely fine. Oh, what are... Oh, that's the recycling, yes. about to say, why can't you do anything? Which one do I want this? Okay, do I want to clear that one or that one? I think I want to clear these. Because having some wood stuff over here seems like a useful thing. Alright, so we have the recycler. How are we doing on people? Carriers are still 4. That's a-okay. We can... weren't we able to... There are some things that I'm gonna... Oh, that's just that. We don't want that. I am forgetting a little bit. I thought we were able to do something with carriers. Didn't I have access to a worker menu? Not there. No, that's just a radio station. Help. That was that. That's just overview. I'm 100% sure that we were able to... No, never mind. That's Patreon. Or Patron. That's Patron. That was that game. The wooden ruin is all but done. You can see we've picked up a lot of wood from that. So very useful to have your guys go for it. And I would assume that that is actually... Yes, indeed, that is it. Now, my characters can do more stuff. But sadly, for some reason, they are unable to do... Can you? Let's see. No, I don't think you actually can. You're just gonna... No, you don't pick anything up from there. Do we have anything... Ooh, there could be metal, but there's just a whole bunch of plastic right now. Well, we can actually... Okay, so you know what? You can go scout a little bit. Because I think that you can scout. What if you... Go really close. Okay, fine, you can't. Alright, well, you guys just have to chill here then. I think I want to have another character in here to pick up more plastic. Because we're looking fairly good when it comes to that whole business. And yeah, we kind of just need the gate. And that is 175 plastic. So we are definitely going to need more of that. But yeah, we're getting somewhere, damn it. At some point I might want to do another one of these to get even more water, but of course that is not really going to be relevant just this very second. So for now, oh, commotion in camp. Someone's yelling inside a tent. Alright.
Suddenly, muffled cries for help start echoing from one of the shelters. Inside, a large hole has opened up in the ground, swallowing the poor colonist.
Oh, well, the shelter was apparently built on top of a small sinkhole. A machine ladder should help the colonists get out without injury. That is absolutely fine. I do have a lot of wood, so go for that. There we go. We get some happiness for that, and nearby colonists fetch wood from the stockpile together to fashion a crude but functional ladder to lower down the sinkhole. The fallen colonists climbed up, rattled but otherwise unscathed. The hole is filled and carefully covered to prevent any future surprises. Awesome! We get some happiness for that. That's not bad. Alright, yeah, the actually most important one is going to be you guys. You guys. By the way, we can also already lay out roads over here. Again, click and drag. You and you. There we go. So that's sort of what I want to do. And I am going to do that on the, to the side here as well. Wood has been depleted, so we can fill out the road over here too. There we go. Alright, so at this point in time, well, you know what can I do? I can do scout towers. Ooh, should I though? So the scout tower is basically what makes us able to expand the map a little bit. I don't think... Yeah, we can see resources. We don't exactly know where to go. I'm thinking that, you know, there's some more greeneries over here as well as here. And also access to more water. Ooh, by the way. Oh, right. Food. Totally forgot about food. Trappers and fishing pier. Fishing pier, absolutely. That we do need to spend some money on. Where's the bloody... There's the bloody road. So same thing here. We obviously want the efficiency to be as high as possible. I don't think I can place it down here. I probably could have, had it not been for the water, but that's a-okay. We can build it right here for high efficiency. Not the best position, because actually now we have to go up one level, but that's a-okay. We can also actually connect these up now. So getting a bit of a cut in the road here. So let's do 3 of that, so we can now sort of keep that going. There we go. Can I prioritize this now? There we go. Build next. Well, actually, there's nothing else to build, so that's okay. Is there really nothing? Well, you can't pick up food, right? Yes. So just go pick up food. I mean, be useful at the very least until we can build the gate. But I definitely forgot about the food. We could probably build a trapper as well. It's actually, I'm a little bit surprised at having so much green land, so to speak, because that is not common. 35 plastic. It hurts a little bit to use plastic for this, because I do want the gate to be able to send out my characters. But getting a steady supply of food besides the bushes is, well, you kind of guessed it, it's quite good. So there we go. I'm a little bit wondering, do I need more than one of these? Well, if we see people complaining about cleanliness, then we know that we can probably have another outhouse. Wouldn't it be the worst thing in the world to actually have one here, sort of. Alright, we are building the fishing pier. Oh, a waste pile is about to blow. That one. What happened? Did it blow, or a little bit unsure what happened there. But okay, build this ready first, and then someone else can go build here. Because with a fisher, do we actually have someone here? Yes, we do. Do I have someone who actually works as a builder? I have 2 carriers, so I'm going to assume that they can work as builders, yes. For now, you don't have to work there, because you can't. You need food. There should be food. Good job. Can someone just fix this, please? Repair. There we go. Ah, I need to actually physically repair. Alright, something's off with the shelter. What is off?
Not everybody is equally skilled in the art of building. But one of the colonists seems extraordinarily bad at it.
And his tent looks like it could collapse at any moment, as the poorly sewed tarps slowly rip apart. Regardless, the colonist insists he knows what he's doing. No, we will actually help improve the tent for you. There we go. I guess his wishes, some adjustments are made to the colonist's home. He seems displeased by the whole ordeal, but manages to mumble his thanks after the work is done. So again, we had a bunch of wood, not a problem. The happiness is really nice to have. And where can I... Yeah, we're moving upwards, so that's actually good. Right, has this been... No, it has not been repaired. But someone must be doing that, right? Yeah, you are indeed repairing. Cool. Quick as you like, because I'm not getting any plastic. So does this pollution places simply erupt sometimes? That's odd if that's the case. You need to move your work area. Well, you know what? Just clear out these things. How much else do you have, by the way? There is 57 here, 50 here. Quite a lot still. Good. And you're producing fish. And as we move along, we're going to be sort of upgrading these, etc., make them even more efficient and so on. But of course, we are very early on in the stage of this little settlement. And also, yeah, getting rid of these pollution pockets is going to be, it's actually quite some time away. Is that... Where was that? The community... Was it in safety? Yes, pollution disposal. Pollution disposal is a dirty neighbor's business. Proper scrubber, blah. I think that this is the thing. Or is it here? Clear polluted soil without proper equipment. Environmental station provides the means to clear pollution as possible. Here we go. We didn't need to do that. That is just to be doing it faster. Yeah, hazmat engineering in safety. It's a while away, but we can talk about this immediately, actually. Even before we even have some research coming in. We are going to focus on the frontier outposts. And you know what? I'm going to talk about that later. But that is going to be the main focus for our research when we begin getting in research in, because we haven't actually gotten our specialists out yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the gate now. There you go. So people can start moving resources into it. And as we get the plastic that we need, we will be sort of A-OK and very, very ready. We should probably do some more tents as well. Do we have kids? We have 3 kids. That's good. Alright, more ideas from our colonists.
One of the colonists approaches, looking more than a little nervous. She says that she might be able to provide some clothing for the colony.
Well, her grandmother used the t-shirt while she was a child, and she seems fairly confident that she still remembers how it goes. Question is, can her skills be trusted? Do I even have fiber? Parts, component... I mean, I don't think I have fiber, do I? Well, if I have, give her it. Well, she's given the fiber, shows off. Grateful for the trust. After not hearing from her for a while, some colonists decide to go take a look. The little fiber that hasn't been ruined has been mangled into a patchy, poorly made coat that will surely fail to protect even from the slightest dribble. Sorry, I really tried. The woman says, unable to meet anyone's size. Oh, bloody hell. Well, we lost fiber. Didn't even know I had fiber. Oh, I have fiber. In here, it actually doesn't show up here. Okay, fair enough. We actually do have some antibiotics and iodine pills as well, and also some medicine. Good to know. Did not know I had that. Well, there you go. So, with the gate placed down, people are moving in items. We are... Well, if that and that... Not entirely... Ooh, someone help me. Ooh, someone has been injured. Well, that's okay, because we have a tent. And you can actually get help inside that place. I think we are all but done. Yay! Someone has been born inside this place. What a horrible fate to having been born in here. And the gate is actually under construction. Nice. That we can dismiss because it is actually not true anymore. We are building the gate. And yes, indeed, I think that everyone... Oh, you. That is you with the wood. We have more wood over here, so let's go pick that up. After a while, we're not going to obviously need a stockpile, because we are going to be building foresters, etc., etc. So that is going to be a thing, and of course we're not going to use... Well, we are probably going to use this for quite some time, because first of all, it takes a little longer to actually even get the bushes.
You've rebuilt the gate and gained access to the world map. The gate is now open, and the vast world stands ready for your specialists to explore. This progress has not gone unnoticed, though. Soon, your colony will begin attracting various folks. Some good, others desperate, some tricksters, and those who just want to see you destroyed.
And we can, of course, also arm the gate, if we want to. I don't think that we necessarily need to do that immediately. possibly. Anyway, it's time to send our specialist out into the world. So you go out and you go out. No, actually, there we go. Send to the world map. That's what we have to do. There we go. This is, of course, super, super important. Oh, we actually do have... Do I want you? No. Go away from the gate. We don't need anyone there right
there are
now.
survivors at the gate.
Of course, there's already survivors. Hello. Do you need to actually get here? Okay, we'll get to you in a second. We need to get out to the world map. Now, what do we have? A fairly interesting start as well, gotta say. So the way that this game works is that you have these regions that you are going to be exploring, and immediately in the first region you generally get something, but it's not entirely, you know, decided what you get. But our scientist is obviously going to go for the science down here. That is a total of 500 science, not a bad thing. You can go for the tools, why don't you? Yeah, there we go. So back to the settlement, and here we go. The colonists, or whatever.
A ragged bunch shuffles slowly towards the gate.
So we do indeed get immediately another character, a scout, Absalom. Alright, so you are sort of speedy, a lot of attack for a scout. Or is it scouts that attack? A little bit unsure about that, but you also have quite good... Yeah, you aren't bad. And a whole whack of people, 8 adults and 4 children, as well as some basic stuff coming in as well. You know what? Yes, I would like for you to join. Perfect. And you can, of course, immediately go to the world map. But we need to build some shelters. So, or tents, maybe I should say. So you... on the other side of there, hold shift to place more. You know what, we're just gonna... Oh, there was a bush there. That's a bit annoying, to be honest. You can do that, you can do that. Well, actually, what we can do instead is to do another food storage over here. Can you... No, you cannot fit in there, but that's fine. Why don't we just place you right next by to this place? Can you fit in? Oh, you can fit right inside there. That's perfect. So build those. Make sure that you have... Now I can actually... Now I'm safe and say that we can actually man the gates, because we have 8 carriers. Alright, before we do that, let's make sure that you do something. And as you are a scout, why don't you, you know, scout? There we go. So they will be working with that. They will be letting us know when they're done. So what we need to do is we need to now seriously start thinking about decorations. No, of course not. But we need to start thinking about various bits and pieces. We need to start thinking about all of this. So lumberyard, that is what we are doing to cut down trees. The logging camp gives us firewood, which is very, very necessary when we have winter storms. And then we, of course, we have the forester who places down trees. We're going to want all of this. Of course, the you know what, we'll wait until such a time as the tents are done. And what I think that we can actually do, now that I think about it, let's do another recycler, because I think that that might prove quite useful. There we go. But of course, build the tents first. And how many people are living in one tent? Oh, is it only 3? That's 9. I need 1 more. How do I want to set this up then? Because I don't want to build too far out. For some reason, you are really focusing on the food storage. That's okay. Work on that, please. I think I might want to have something over here, now that I think about it. So that's where the row is supposed to be. So that's 1, 2. Let's do over here 3. And we'll do 1 a post on the other side. And of course, we want the dirt roads. So I do want to sort of not necessarily grid everything up, but, you know, a little bit. And at some point I might destroy a little bit in the middle to do some of those lovely decorations. We shall see. But yeah, we have a lot of people, and of course we need all of these people to actually do something. Oh crap, oh crap. God damn it. Repair. Repair. Yeah, those are the things that I don't necessarily care so much about. Those sort of disasters, but fine. Specialists are ready. It is you. You have found stuff. You have found a place with possible antibiotics. But there is a hazard, so maybe you... By the way, how are you comparing to her with regards to scavenging?
All right.
You're actually the same for scavenging. You are really good, Absalom. I like you. Alright, well, that's okay. You're actually gonna keep scouting. What do we have here? We have 12 bandits doing 1 damage, so you have science. Good to know. You have 9 damage, you have 12. If I actually send all of them there at the same time, that could actually possibly be quite good. Also, I definitely saw the little sign there about water. We need more water. So you come in here. Can you be here and be at 100? No, because you need to be at the shore, obviously. Why can't you? Oh, that's weird, but sure, that's okay. Go there. That's going to be very, very important that we get that done. I could do some wells as well, you know, water well. Oh, wow. But, yeah, I do have some... Oh, I actually have some good spots over here. Not perfect, but we can have it at a sort of... Here. Let's do a well over there. And I can do more, but yeah, the efficiency over here isn't terribly good. Obviously here, because there's access to water. That could be a thing, actually. No, let's just relax with that and do this. We are repairing. Cool, that has been repaired. Yeah, I know that we are lacking resources. It's mainly plastic. So you know what? You keep on doing that. How many? I have a lot of carriers, so make sure that we have a lot of people doing plastic. Alright. You do still have a little bit of wood, but yeah, we're gonna have to do more wood. And we actually know about some metal scrap over there. And yeah, even without the scouting... Ooh... That's a nice wooden ruins. The water collector, no, it's fine. We've done it. So we have people working here. We are now at 15 water, so that's very, very nice. Alright, specialists are ready. Is it you again? Yes, it is. Oh, we have science instead. So here's actually, yes. Now we're getting into why we need to research the outpost technology. In order to make use of the science here, we can actually do what we did with oh, yeah, you're done. A museum was that. So Stella, you can't do anything about this because we need to build a research outpost in this sector, which is what we're gonna do eventually. You are what, 4 times 3? Actually, sort of the same, but for some reason we are counted as better than them. But yeah, you can't really do a whole lot. Were you... No, you didn't really have a lot of scavenge either. You know what? You can just do some scouting for now. And you could do no hazard, some candy bars. We don't necessarily need candy bars right now. So you know what? I'll actually go and do that because I want you. Yes, indeed. We picked up both currency and resources. Cool. You're going to go for those as well. There's some basic clothing, and we can unload that in the city before we keep going on. Because what I kind of do is want to come down and actually clear these out. Because this is a nice place where we can get also some medical supplies, etc. So there you go. And yes, we now have science. 500 lovely, lovely science. So we need to go for frontier outposts, which means that we are going to get guardians first, and we can then do guard posts, which are, I suppose, good as well. So now we're getting into the meaty bit. Alright, keep going. Does everyone have... I think everyone has a place to stay. Someone has been infected, that's okay. You can just go to the sick bay. I might have to do another one of these. we are going to have to be sort of mindful about that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do another outhouse on the other side, basically. I'm going to do it rather the opposite of this. So it's going to be right there. There we go. Maybe not the most cool thing to have the outhouses right as you enter the colony, but whatever. Is it you that's in there? No, that's Donna. Okay, I'm gonna have to do another medical tent. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do a double medical tent and outhouse here. Now, before we do that, pause, and you know what? Well, you're already building that. Before we do anything, we need to make sure that we can cut down some trees. And for that, we need indeed the lumberyard. And yes, indeed, that is going to take 40, which is sort of exactly what we have. So I would like to have some production over here. Let's actually go for the logging camp first. I would like the logging camp to be here. Sort of in this general area, but don't build it, pause it, because we need to fit in the lumberyard as well. So we need the lumberyard to be sort of at the back of this thing. I'm gonna leave a little bit of space, so let's actually do it like that. You know what? No, let's actually not have that one, and let's actually destroy you and destroy you. Now that I think about it, there we go. Thank you for that. What did I build? That is the logging camp, a lumber yard. So what you hear? Do I? Yes, like that. There we go. And you don't want a recycler, you want roads. There we go. So on the side here, we can probably have like, I don't know, outhouses, etc. That is going to be fine. We can also do dirt road coming up here. And of course, we are also going to want the forester to make sure that this place keeps being a forest. So we'll have you... Now I'm annoyed at this one. Bloody hell. Get rid of it. Thank you. Because I want the forester to be at the back here. There we go. And then we can have a well. That's not a problem. But we can have it sort of here instead. No, we cannot. God damn it. Not there, because that's where there's going to be more houses. It's going to have to be here. Oh, right. God damn it. Okay, you know what? You can be at the back of this thing. Fine. Whatever. We'll do a road going into the forest. And you should also be paused, because I definitely need you to be built next. You are being built.
We've made a new discovery.
Oh, there we go. We have research guardians. And then we're going to go for the frontier outpost. Awesome. But we can't build that immediately. And we're going to talk about that later. Yeah, we have infected people. It's not good. We are basically out of wood, which is not good. You might have figured that out, but we're fixing it. Don't you worry. So there we go. You are going to be working in here. So that's presumably going to be... Doesn't actually say anything about efficiency, but that's going to be efficient enough. You need another person. We are going to build you next. So keep on going. But of course, yes, indeed, you are lacking wood. We don't need firewood right now. So we can wait with the logging camp. So the next one is obviously... Oh, you've actually... Ah, fine. You already moved the wood in there, I suppose. All right then, fair enough. Your area is over here, so we're going to do a similar area with you, obviously. But yes, now we're getting wood in.
We've made a new discovery.
Yay, frontier outpost. So now we can do frontier outpost, but we can't because we need steel. We don't have steel, but we have steel. But we don't have steel. But we have steel. We found a ruin over here, so we are gonna actually have to move one of our specialists in here, and we might want to do it quickly. We'll see. We'll have a bit of a look. Exactly what happens. Let's focus on setting the forester up. Specialists are ready. You've done that. So what you want to do is you want to... yes, we have scavenged that. Return to colony. We need to do that in order to unload the things. You have found resources and currency. You can also return to the colony. That's okay. So you... I think you've already... Have you already unloaded? No, I don't think you have.
Reporting in.
I think you need to unload. Oh, you are very slow. I think that's because you are carrying quite a lot of stuff. Quite a lot of stuff. You are supposed to be sort of in the same area. So in that direction, or a little bit above it. There we go. So that's the same. Perfect. That is a thing I kind of like about this game, as opposed to Endzone, where it's very, very free breakability. Here it's actually on the tiles, which is cool. So you come in, you unload all of your things, which means that we should now have, yes indeed, a fair bunch of tools and stuff. But you should be able to deal with this, right? God damn it, you can't. Why are you unable to do anything about the metal? What was that? Because I don't think that's stockpile. That's only work. Oh, here we go. No, that's only a warehouse. Where did I go for metal then? Let's have a bit of a look. So it's probably in here. Resources. Centralized repairs is what we have to start with for the maintenance depot and metal scavenging. And I think I have 275. That is exactly what we need. Perfect. So meanwhile, what you can do is actually send to the world map. And I'm gonna wait for Absalom to get back.
There's a new quest available.
Oh, we have a new quest. Oh, the urban occult. Now this seems fun.
With large-scale food industry in ruins and diseases running rampant, major cities were eventually evacuated or abandoned.
These days, their lonely, eerie structures serve as a grim reminder of past events. Pockets of radiation and roaming bandits look for easy prey, make them treacherous, but profitable places to scavenge. The scouts reckon one city close by could be worth a visit. Oh, absolutely visit the ruined city. So that is a mission out on the world map. So that is cool. We'll wait for her, because we are going to go with her and Absalom and deal with some raiders. Together, actually, probably with you. But you're taking your damn sweet time, aren't you? Alright, you are planting, you are cutting. How many? I only have one carry. You know what? Go away. No. Go away. We are actually making wood now, so that's okay. We can also... Ooh, we can actually do that. I see that we have a lot of plastic right now. So you know what we'll do? You go away completely, and we will... Can I sort of just pause it? We can copy it. Well, it is paused because it was working. We only really need the one, so that means that we can have 2 over here and 2 over here. I wouldn't mind having a bit extra there. The water well has been done. Good, we have access to some closer water. Ooh. Pandemic. That is the first business that we have to deal with then. The first signs of a pandemic are upon us. At first it's just a cough, but then a fever picks up. People start dropping out flies and the colony grinds to a halt. Now it's a question of how quickly you react. Several staff medical facilities can nullify it almost completely, but if left unchecked, it spreads like a wildfire. Pandemics comes in wave, infecting colonists. Untreated colonists will eventually die. The disease dehydrates the body, increasing the colony water consumption. I think we're fine. We'll see. Build enough medical facilities to treat infected and gather antibiotics. Now there are a couple of antibiotics out. Is that... Yes, we have 1 day. Now, I think with the size that we have right now, 2 tents are probably enough. I think. But I don't know, so you know what? Well, let's just make sure that we have... let's make sure that we have enough. I think 4 is definitely enough. So we build these and we sadly have to remove them later. That's okay. Right, so it's actually a pandemic contagion that we are going to have to deal with. And I think that that makes for a good cut in the episode. So we are off and running, and well, I kind of like the look of the settlements so far. Kind of nice. And yeah, you are lacking in wood. It's fine. We're gathering wood. We have people doing it. Don't worry. We are going to have to do some of this over here as well, because again, we have access to woods. So I'm a little bit annoyed at myself for placing this here, but I can have the structures over here, I suppose. We'll have a bit of a look at that in the next episode. For now, though, this has been Ghostsmith Gaming with me, Christopher. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.